welcome to a brand new video with me. I'm so excited to have you guys. My name is Eunice, and if you guys see these benches, these chairs are flipped upside down and the sofa is like all over the place, it's because we are trying to keep the pups off the sofa. So if you guys have any tips to puppy-proof your furniture, let me know in the comments so that we can have a better situation at home. But for now, this is what it is. So I am hopping on for a super impromptu video with you guys just before I hop on my coaching call. But today I am so eager to share with you the 2 rules of speaking to master every speech, to make every speech super effortless. And this has changed my life. Every single time I come onto camera to speak something, to share something, I go by these 2 rules. And every single time when I don't follow these rules, when I don't honor these rules, I feel out of sync with myself. So this has really changed the game for speaking for me, because I have found that it's not just about the information that I share. For those of you who have followed me for quite a while, I passionately talk about self-expression. And I essentially believe that whenever we communicate something, we are communicating a part of us. It doesn't matter what kind of information we share. It doesn't matter what we teach. It doesn't matter what story we tell. When we tell the story, we are sharing a part of us that is true in the moment. And so if you ever feel like you're out of sync with yourself, you feel nervous, you feel out of touch with yourself, you don't feel connected with yourself, it's going to make the speech it's going to feel so horrible for you. So the first tip that I always go with, and I know this is going to change your life, is that I only go live when I feel good. I only speak when I feel good, okay? So that is the first rule I always go by. And when I feel good, I make it the opportunities to speak, because no matter what I say, like no matter how the information is put together, no matter, if I prepared notes at all, when I feel good, it comes through so powerfully. When I feel good, all the things that I have to say, it synthesizes together, and it somehow just like has a way of being delivered in the most effortless way. It's almost like I don't need to think about it. I don't need to stress about how I'm going to put the words together. Like the ideas just form and it comes through my body. I feel it. I feel it in my intellect. I feel it in my body, and I can communicate it effortlessly without thinking too hard on the presentation. The second thing is when I don't feel good. So of course, it's impossible to always feel good. So when I don't feel good and I do have something to say, the second rule is that it's so important to feel good at least about how you feel. So, okay, if I don't feel good, if I don't feel excited, if I'm feeling kind of down, I'm feeling kind of, out of touch with myself, and I'm not really having the best day ever, can I feel all right about that? Can I feel good about that? Or am I at a place where I am resisting those thoughts? Like, I am trying to put myself, I'm trying to put my state in a place where I can feel good again. Then I would be putting pressure on myself to, try to feel good, try to be excited when I actually am not. I am not really having the best day ever, and now I'm trying to pressure myself into feeling good so that I can deliver my speech, so that I can get in front of my audience. Well, that kind of feels like inauthentic to myself. Because when you can accept how you feel, and when you can be at a place where I stay true to how I feel, and even though I am having a hard day, or even though, there's some things that happened today that just is not going the way that I want, and even though like the worst possible thing has just happened in my life, and even though I cannot accept it, even though I have, a hard time coming to terms with it, when I can accept how I feel, right? I can feel good about the not good feeling, then I can still say everything that I want to say with integrity. I can still say my speech, I can still share my words, and people who are hearing me on the other side of the camera, on the other side of the audience, they are going to receive what I have to say on a whole different level. So essentially what I say has a new dimension to the words in itself. The words will take on kind of a life of its own because it is immersed with my feelings. It is immersed with my truth, right? And people will feel that authenticity. And then when you feel good, then the words will come out more effortlessly out of you, and you don't have to worry about that. But these two rules are always the ones that I go by, right? On the days that I feel good, I allow myself to express myself, right? The things that come, the ideas come very effortlessly through me. On the days that I don't feel good, I can check in with myself. Can I accept this feeling? Can I still express what I want to say? And then on top of that, add another dimension because of how I am currently feeling. And if I cannot feel good about how I feel, and if I'm resisting it, and I'm resisting to go on the camera, and I'm resisting to speak in front of people, then that is a sure sign, that is the red flag, that basically means do not go live, do not speak in front of people, just be with take this opportunity to be with yourself. Because chances are when your body is giving you these emotions and hints and nudges that you just want to turn inwards, you ever get sometimes when you feel so antisocial? You ever get some times when you're just like, I can't do this, I can't be in front of people right now, I just need to be with myself. That is the feeling, that is a sign that you need to turn inwards. There's some nourishment that needs to take place. Give yourself some tender love and care. Give yourself a warm hug. Take care of yourself. Nourish yourself back to, your normal, your equilibrium. And then when you feel like, you have your balance back again, you feel like I'm back on my feet again, that is the time to speak. So what if you don't have a choice, right? Because obviously there are times when you have speeches lined up and then you're like, oh my gosh, this is the worst day ever. This is the worst moment ever. I really don't want to be in front of people, but then I have this thing scheduled and people are expecting me to deliver. Then at least be true to yourself, right? You don't have to tell people what is going on in your life. You don't have to tell people why this is so hard for you, but at least stay true to yourself and don't force yourself to be in a place where you don't feel like you belong right now. Don't force yourself to carry an emotion. Don't force yourself to look excited, to look more enthusiastic than you have to be just to get the point across, because then you'll be through your own speech, you would be betraying yourself. And that is going to send a very conflicting message to your body, and it's going to feel really icky. It's going to feel really disconnected. And your audience is, I'm going to tell you, your audience is going to pick it up. So these are the two basic rules for speaking. And this is going to make speaking so much easier for you, because if you ever find yourself getting stuck in a position where I just don't really know what to say, chances are you are just not really feeling connected with yourself. Because when you are feeling good, and when you can at least feel good about not feeling good, you have no problems speaking. You have no problems telling someone, a trusted friend, a trusted, family member, that you are not feeling good, or you have no problems telling them how amazing your day is going, or what just happened and what did you just find and what did you just experience. You have no problems telling them that, right? So the key here is understanding, being so in touch, having such sophisticated understanding of your state, your internal state, and then using your internal state as the gauge, as the signal. I basically use it as my green light of when I can turn on the camera and speak to people, because that is when my message is going to land the most potently, it's going to come off the most direct, and speaking feels the most effortless for me. So these are the two rules for speaking. And I really hope that this tip has helped you. And basically, you could just use this across all the speeches that you're going to make. You can use this like at any encounter, any presentation. And this is going to help you so much. So let me know if this was helpful for you. Let me know what was your biggest takeaway. And I'm going to be hopping off to prepare for my client call. But with that said, let me know what you think. And thank you for being here. I will be seeing you guys in the next video.